No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion, Olin.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
Because apparently I forgot to add something in the beginning. So go through. It was up, it was ready to go, and then as I was going to post it, I was like, let me just double check. And it didn't have no visuals in the beginning. I was like, damn.
I hate that.
So I just forgot to pull the thing over.
Oh, good.
You ready?
Hey, welcome to Figure 4. Figure the number 4. Hey.
Coming at you live from Cousin Tyrone's basement.
And I am here in King Gunther's guest room. Took care of business last night. Slapped up Solo, kicked Tala and Solo in the loins. Took care of business. One more match, and we are here to retire John Cena, the greatest of all time.
Well, you said it. We dwindled it down to 2 people that could face John Cena his last match. We got LA Knight,
Yeah,
against King Gunther, Mr. Guntz.
the ring general.
Who left his feet last night? You see my man leave his feet?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, look at Gunther go. That frog leap was dope. I didn't know what to expect from this Solo and Gunther match. After coming off of a Jay losing to LA Knight, I was like, yo, could Solo beat Gunther? Could this be a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because we both left last week saying there's no way Jay's not losing. Jay gets LA Knight out of here. He goes on to face Gunther, right?
Yeah.
We're on the same page with that. It seemed like we've been waiting for Jay to take a heel turn. We get him posting something, breaking kayfabe on the internet, saying, yo, don't touch me. And then we get him losing, but then also like a weird minute, maybe half a minute of him in the ring, giving dirty looks. And then he goes crazy on a prime bottle.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're getting the heel turn.
And then the Jackie Redmond interview was weird.
Weird. Like he didn't have no time for Jackie in the back. He's saying, yo, it's like self-doubt again, right? Roman said the titles look better on him. I guess they don't look good on me. Well, Jay, I think you're realizing that you're over, and when you probably shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't love the Jackie Redmond thing. The thing with Jay is like, and I've said this before, but he's just, unless that's how he truly is, I've never met anyone who acts the way he does when like they're upset or confused or worried, right? In kayfabe, his character, that is. So it's just kind of like not believable. The walking to his car or wherever he was with Jackie, that whole thing was just weird. The whole thing was weird, but it's okay. I'm excited for LA Knight versus Gunther. I want to spend more time on that Gunther Solo match. As you know, my son, big time Solo guy. And we bet $20 on it. And after Gunther won, my son said, well, I don't have $20. So I had to, still trying to figure out how to teach him the hard way that you can't bet when you don't have money. Because that's a life lesson. It's a life lesson. I don't need his $20, obviously, but it's a life lesson. You can't be doing that, right?
Well, can I suggest something, Wonder?
Yeah.
There's multiple things you can do as a father. You can teach him a really good lesson. This is an awesome moment for you to teach young Bronson Reed on how to bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good ways of doing it and the repercussions of that. Mm-hmm. I think you have a big field across the street from your house. I think 1 lap, maybe 2 laps could suffice.
Yeah, a couple laps. I agree. He just loves being outside, though, so I think he might enjoy that too much.
Maybe we get 4 laps.
Yeah.
There's a number of laps to where he's not going to love outside.
20 laps for each dollar. I'd be tired after that. It's a big park.
Let the record show, young Wonder, when you watch this in the next 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 years, that I had your back on 3 laps. Your dad made you do 20.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, what a match that was, huh?
Oh, so fun.
Gunther slapping the life out of Solo's chest. At one point, I thought he got him a little too high. Did you notice that? Because they
Oh
even
yeah,
talked to each other for like a half a second. I was like, "Oh shoot!" But that was a very good match, and that's a match that I haven't seen. I've never seen Gunther versus Solo, and maybe that happened in NXT when they were both there. I'm not positive, when he was Walter. But great match. I'd love to see that again at some point.
man. I instantly text you. I was like, man, you're right, man. There's not one bad Gunther episode or match.
Match, even against Goldberg, great match.
Great match. He did an awesome job, man. The match was really, really paced really nicely. I think, watching Unreal, being a part of seeing live shows and watching documentaries, you kind of know the carny talk of wrestling. And you can kind of see when something's supposed to happen, when something's not supposed to happen, when something seems real, right? Like the
Mhm.
Carmelo Hayes Gunther match, when Gunther he botches a DDT from
Yeah.
Carmelo and Gunther checks on Carmelo and Carlo he pulls his arm like, "Yo, don't touch me! Like you messed up my move." That was a move that I was supposed
Yeah.
to, and I felt like that was something that we got in the solo match where you mentioned it. Yo, Gunther chopped maybe a little too high, and
Looked like he
Solo's
got
like,
him up here.
yeah, where he's like, "Yo, chill out,
Yeah.
chill out. What are you doing? Like, hey, yeah,
Yeah.
you
Not everyone's built for strong style. Okay. We'll just say it.
going a
There's
little too stiff over
a
here."
couple guys. Yeah. Yeah. But really good match. I was wondering how we would get to a Gunther win, right? Especially when Tala Tonga came out, because you have that 7-foot Tongan, who's probably like 6'8", right? With the face paint. Oh, Dre, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. That
What's
was you.
happening?
That was
I don't
you.
know. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I didn't get any warnings. Anyway, yeah, I was just wondering how we are gonna get there. But swift kick to the cojones on Tala, and then one to I love how Gunther was sitting there and he goes, what? And just does it.
Like I know this isn't my I'm kind of a bad guy, but I'm kind of not a bad guy. And he took it full advantage and got the win, man. Salute to Gunther.
Yeah, very good. And I don't know if you cut out again or what. And I'm not getting any warnings. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not getting any warnings on the screen for those listening. Maybe it's Dre's internet this time.
It
Just
might
maybe.
be, but I'm here.
Just
You
maybe.
can hear me, right?
I
Like,
can hear
well,
you now. You're solid now.
you couldn't hear
Uh,
me for a minute.
it sounded like
Oh,
that.
oh, sorry. Hopefully, everybody
All
hears
good.
me perfectly on the final product.
Yeah. All good, brother. Um, yeah. What else with Raw? There was the tag match at the end just seemed kind of all over the place. There was quite a botch on that one when our girl Rhea tried to lift up Charlotte to get that Razor's Edge type power bomb. That was weird, but then they just ran it right back. I didn't love the way that ended. I see that they're like trying to add all these different tag teams to the mix, but I just kind of thought, meh, why not just do Rhea, EO, have them just do it? Can we not do that?
I called it months ago, right? I was like, man,
Uh,
I'd love to see these two on a tag run. Like,
yeah,
man, I like them more singles. How are you feeling now about what did they announce last night? Rio? Is that what
Rio. Yeah. I mean, it's cool, but also who are who's the main player for Stephanie's title, right? Because all of these big stars on the women's side are in tag teams.
that's true. Well, maybe
Um,
maybe
I
it's
don't know.
Jade. Maybe Jade goes and says, "Yo, I want that title too,
You know
homegirl."
who I think? You know who I think it is? You know
Uh,
who I think it is?
hold
Go.
on.
Can you take a guess?
Is it Liv Morgan?
I think it is because the way it did end with the Judgment Day coming out and her handing the belts to the two of them, that just leaves her for the women's title, which is, let's get some more gold back into Judgment Day. Liv makes it interesting, even though she is low key annoying. Like she's at like you're like, bring it down a level. Oh, oh, it's the worst. Even Bronson, my son, 7 years old, was like, why is she doing that? I'm like, she's just healing off.
Yeah. She's a Jersey girl. What do you expect?
Yeah, yeah. We'll watch Jersey Shore in a couple of years. You'll understand.
Yeah, you're right, man. I think Liv has her eyes set on Stephanie Vakir, and they met in the backstage at the very end. So by the way, the optical illusion that Liv is bigger than Stephanie Vakir was annoying to me, and I had to remember, oh, she's wearing these 2-inch pumps on her feet right now.
Probably
So
more than 2. Probably
yeah,
saw 3 to 4 up there. Yeah.
she's not towering Stephanie.
No. Stephanie is a little bit shorter though. It's kind of like it's kind of a illusion. Like you think her presence is big when you look at her, but like yeah, she is a little bit shorter. Can we talk about Survivor Series for a little bit?
Let's
You want
do
to talk
it.
about that? What was the highlight to you?
Oh, without a doubt, it was Dirty Dom and
Yeah,
Cena.
yeah, I think so. I think so too. I like the way that happened. Again, Liv comes back, and for a half a second, we think, oh, she's turning on Dom. She's pissed that Dom's been out here hanging out with. But they kind of killed the whole Roxanne storyline too, right? Like that kind of went away. So when she slapped him, I was like, damn, she's really holding a grudge from months ago or whatever. But then somebody kicked to the nuts this weekend. Just kicks to the nuts all over. It probably happened at some of our listeners' Thanksgiving dinners, with family. Someone probably got kicked in the nuts. If they did, please send that into Figure the Number 4 podcast on Instagram. But yeah, I loved it. Dom gets his belt back. Cena doesn't look weak by any means. The whole damn Judgment Day came out. It's all good. And then Dom gets to continue with the IC title.
Perfect ending to me. I
Yeah.
think we knew that belt was coming off of him. Um, Cena, he performed really well.
Mhm.
I think a lot of us thought Dom was really hurt for a moment, and
Yeah.
what a way to be that guy and pull
They
off
pulled
that.
a few okey dokes on us. I thought he was hurt at the beginning when Cena's music wasn't starting. I was like, what exactly is happening here? Because it seemed like it went a little too long. And I'm like, is he getting beat up? Like, are they gonna go to the back and he's getting beat up? I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But then it finally hit and got very loud within a baseball stadium of all places where the noise just goes up. So that was cool. Baseball stadium though. Thoughts on doing that there?
I thought it was awkward, right? It was different because we didn't get the cages. It was more of a Saturday Night's Main Event type of entrance. It felt like.
Yeah.
Um, but I like stadiums. I think it's a great opportunity for the people of SoCal to see something really dope. I seen a meme that said that Dominic Mysterio was the first person crowned a champion at Padres Stadium.
Oh,
As there
oh,
there's
that's
Padres
tough.
in the audience. It's hilarious. But it almost felt like there was a lot of it almost felt like there should have been more of a nod to Luchador on this Survivor series
Mm,
being SoCal, being such a Hispanic. I mean, anytime that they showed somebody in the audience, they were all Hispanic of origin, Mexican or
yeah,
whatever, and it just felt like, I mean, especially with Dirty Dom, the king of the Luchadors, in the 619, like it felt like there should have been more of a nod to Luchador or that side of this culture. And I think that would have been a cool opportunity, especially being in SoCal. Um,
yeah.
maybe having a Survivor Series host um that was that,
Could have had Ray do it. He was
yeah,
there.
exactly, have Ray do it, or
Yeah,
whatever the case is. But I thought the Padre Stadium was dope. I think it's called Petco Stadium. I
yeah.
love the way that they had the almost crown jewel type of uh not Titantron, but the thing that's over the ring or weather
Hmm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool. Overall, solid.
I'm trying to remember if when Kerry Von Erich or David beat Ric Flair for the title. I think that was in a baseball stadium. It's like 80 something. I'm trying to look it up. But if you watch Iron Claw, it's in there. So it kind of gave that vibe a little bit, but obviously with just thousands more people. I was going back and forth with the cages because I like the cages. I think that's a fun thing. And then, we get to decide who comes out. it's like a game of chess, right? For the leader of the team. We could have seen Punk and Roman kind of beefing. We could have seen big ass Brock Lesnar just standing in a cage for 30 minutes or however long, since he was one of the last ones. But I think I landed on I want the cages. They've done it this whole time. But again, the stadium where they had Survivor Series wouldn't allow for it. So I guess I got to get over it. Were you able to call who was coming out next? Because I was, and my son was very frustrated.
Oh yeah, we literally seen everybody that came out. We called every single one. There was no surprise out of order type of things.
Yeah. The match though. There's a masked man, black hoodie with a mask though, not just a black hoodie, so he could and see his face. Last night before Raw, I had saw some stuff on Twitter. Triple H saying that Raw is going to be epic. You're going to have a lot of questions answered. Did we get anything?
No answers, at least not for the Masked Man. We got some answers from Liv. We know that Liv is still in love with Dom. But as far as the Masked Man, no, we don't know who this guy is. Even Jay asked about it. Braun Breaker is even like, yo, who the hell was this guy?
Kind of seems out of it, yeah.
Pierce was even like, yo, I know that wasn't Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins, we just talked to him in medical. He's not cleared at all. He can't move.
Yeah.
So who is this guy? Why was this guy there? And why specifically did he target CM Punk?
Yeah. I think the one thing that they can do with this, and when I saw that Triple H comment yesterday, I'm like, there's no way they're just going to say who this masked guy is the next day or the next Raw, like this Raw tonight. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, drag that out a little bit because people will start wondering. The one thing with him having a mask, though, and a hoodie, whatever, but a mask, is that it doesn't even have to be the guy that they're planning for it to be who is in that mask. That could have been anybody. They could have said, hey, Sammy, can you go up and do this real quick? You're not going to be the person, but Chris Jericho's coming, right? Or this is going to be who everyone thinks Austin Theory. Like, why wouldn't it be Austin Theory? Because breaking our kayfabe pledge. They said that it was supposed to be Theory in this War Games match on the Rollins team before Rollins had got the injury. So makes sense to throw him in it. But the way with either Breaker's just being that heel that pretends like he doesn't know, or he really doesn't know, and Heyman's doing something behind his back, which would cause division in the vision. Thoughts?
I think the setup is absolutely on track. I think that Braun Breaker is bigger than the Vision. I think Breaker needs to leave the Vision.
Whoa.
At what point does that happen? Does it happen when he knows he can't trust Paul Heyman? Right? Paul Heyman has Brock Lesnar out. He comes out. Heyman comes out with Brock Lesnar at War Games. He doesn't come out with Breaker, right? So it's like, I think everything is leading up to Breaker being like, I'm seeing it. I once almost lost, but now I am found. This guy is a weasel. I want nothing to do with it. I am the badass. And how do I become a badass? It's by doing things my way. I'm tired of being in the background. I'm tired of not trusting people around me. So I think it's going to be, there's going to be a question answered, and it's going to be to Bronson Reed. Reed, are you with me or are you against me? If you're against me, I'm coming after everybody. And this is where we truly see Breaker get his breakaway and take out
that next level, huh?
Exactly. This is the moment. And who knows? We might see Breaker Reed at SummerSlam or at WrestleMania, or Breaker Lesnar at SummerSlam or WrestleMania.
Salt Lake City, I hope you're ready. We're about ready to put on the biggest, yes, I said the biggest professional wrestling show in the history of Utah professional wrestling, baby. Saturday, December 13th, live from the Masonic Temple here in downtown Salt Lake. And if you're going to put on a big show, you got to get some big players, baby. Let me introduce you to this man right here, the official sponsor of Devotion Championship Wrestling, Ryan from Kush Cube.
How are we doing, guys? You know
know Kush Cube, we're born and raised right here in Utah. Anything big that's ever happened in our city, we jump on board. This will be the biggest, the best wrestling ever to come to Salt Lake City, Utah. Front row is already sold out. Second row is going fast. Jump on, grab your tickets now before you miss out. Let's fucking go.
Go, baby. You know, we talk about big players. We got my good brothers, the best friends, the machine gun Carl Anderson, the big LG Doc Gallows, the innovator of violence, the hardcore legend, the maniac himself, Tommy Dreamer in the main event. You don't want to miss this. Get your tickets now, baby. Bite the sour. Get the power. Ah!
You never know. I might even jump in the fucking ring and take someone out.
Live from the Masonic Temple in Salt Lake City.
I love this fight. This is the fight that he's excited to watch.
Joel Harrow, top bantamweight in the States. We are so lucky to be cage-side for this. Spins his way to a big-time blow.
And how tough is this guy?
And that first shot, he was out. Joel Harrow!
What a main event to cap us off for the night, huh?
And I'll be back in the Masonic in December.
The Tongan Kong strikes again. Siwatu, welcome home.
It kind of feels like we're working towards Punk Breaker. Obviously, not kind of. That's what we're working towards. But does that happen at Rumble, or is that something they stretch out until Mania? Doesn't really feel like a stretch out till Mania type thing. I feel like we get that at Rumble. What do you think?
Breaker,
Punk.
no, but versus Breaker, right?
Yes.
Breaker Punk at
Mania,
Rumble?
or at Rumble in
We
January.
get Elimination Chamber next month, or is that
Oh no, Elimination Chamber's well after Rumble, March maybe, or I honestly don't remember. It's after Rumble.
I'm trying to think of this because I believe Punk's gonna have a big Punk's gonna be all over the marketing for this because it's in Chicago, and the marketing on this has his 3 stars.
For Elimination Chamber.
Yes, his all his branding is all over Elimination Chamber already. So this is where I'm like, does Breaker end up getting the title off of him and Punk's in the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah,
So,
possibly.
I don't know. I'm like fantasy booking deep into it just based off of a logo I seen. But I'm not mad at Breaker going after Punk.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah. And then it seems like we're back to Cody Roman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Because that feels like
I thought it was going to be more clear at the end of Survivor Series who Roman is going to set his target on, but even that's up in the air still.
well, it feels like it's Cody, like the way that they ended with them in the ring and him not shaking his hand. I mean, he shook Punk's hand, and then kind of just it was like, oh, okay, that's what it is, and then they separated. So, are we gonna get a Roman Cody 3 at Mania?
I'm not mad at it. I think 40 was fun. I think 41 was fun. How can we make 42 even funner?
39 and 40. Remember, 41 was John Cena, Cody.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I mean, we're booking way in advance, right? But I could see we get Breaker beating Punk at the Rumble, Punk then winning the Elimination Chamber, going back against Breaker at Mania, and we just find a way to get Roman, Cody at each other's necks.
Who? I mean, you mentioned Austin Theory, right? And if we are going based upon body type, is there anybody else that comes to mind that scaled that cage that fast, that has that body type? Is there anybody else that comes to mind?
Not really, and I think it's just because I thought Austin Theory has been coming back forever because he is a little bit bigger in a muscular sense than like someone like Sammy. So I don't. I just feel like it's him.
He scaled that cage so quick too.
Quick, yeah, super quick. And obviously that's a thing, and we all know it's not Seth, but that's the thing with like people thinking it could potentially be Seth, or even when Breaker looked at him after the curb stomp and was like, obviously it's not Seth. But yeah, I think it has to be Theory. But is he like? Listen, I really liked Austin Theory. I thought, man, this dude's really good, and he has a huge potential in the future. But is him being the masked guy like? Does that like move the needle for the vision? Maybe it's just like adding another guy who could be the future, right? And makes sense. Paul Heyman said, "This is my vision for the future of WWE."
He being Brock Lesnar is out of the picture now, right? We won't see Brock Lesnar again until they need to pull him out again, right?
Correct, but I texted you this last night. Logan Paul said in their little promo that he had to save Brock Lesnar twice. And to me, I don't think Brock's fucking with that. So I think we're gonna get Paul Lesnar at some point, which is gonna be terrifying. Like, obviously Logan Paul will use his I was gonna say brass knuckles, but they look like gold.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that because a lot of people don't like Logan Paul in real life, but in kayfabe, right? And for Lesnar to go after him would just be because it also doesn't feel like Lesnar's a real heel, right? Like after he did the cowboy shit, country boy shit a while ago, and then when he comes back and he slips, right? Like, are you looking at him like he's just an ultimate heel or just a guy that comes in and just messes shit up?
Well, he's the most intimidating guy in the ring.
Yeah.
But you mentioned it, right? Him laughing, him joking. He's a crowd favorite. He always has been, and it feels
Yeah.
like he always will be just because of what he has done. The squash matches that he has built a lot on. But Survivor Series kind of disappointed me where you got the tribal chief that just comes down, Superman punches this guy, and he just looks weak before the match even starts. It's like make Lesnar just make him stronger again.
Yeah. And when he got in the ring, he did tear shit up.
Yeah, he did, but not against the tribal chief.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they got to keep Roman strong too. They have to because as little as Lesnar's on TV, or as little as Roman's is on TV, Lesnar is on TV that much less.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to have someone in there that's strong.
Yeah, but Lesnar's big. He's the biggest guy in the cage.
It's a monster. Well, yeah, and that's why I would have thought would have been funny to see him standing there.
Yo, can I go back real quick to Gunther making it look so effortless to powerbombing Solo Sikoa?
That was wild.
It looked like he was powerbombing somebody the size of like Jeff Hardy or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got him right up, boom, and that was the end of the match. Like, imagine you go in and out of the ring, you're all over, and then to end your match with a power bomb to lift a dude that's probably 280, maybe 300 pounds.
Oh yeah,
jeez, oh, gosh,
yeah, dude. Gunther just outside of my fandom, he just always impresses, right? He always does something where I'm like, holy shit. And it was funny because my son's like, why do you like him so much? I was like, I honestly don't know. I'm like, he just reminds me of like an old school wrestler that is really good, like that can do everything. And he goes, I guess.
It took me a while to get on the Gunther train, but I am there. I think the dude is, I mean, again, I'm going to say it every week until they change it. The song needs to go. But he looks phenomenal. And I asked you this in a text, and I'm going to ask you here on air. At what point, what is the thing that gets him to that level of a Rollins, of a Reigns, of a Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, his thing is going to be, right, he retired Goldberg. He's going to retire John Cena. But I don't know how you then lift him to that next level because he is good on the mic. But I feel like they don't let him talk much. And I don't know why that is. But he just needs to be involved in that heavyweight title picture in one way or the other. And I would love for it to be him and Cody, but you got Roman standing there who, again, Roman's there 40% of the year, right? Pops out, makes a big splash, does the PLE. And so I wish they would give that look against Cody to Gunther after he retires Cena, but I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. But he's great, though. He's great. The music does suck, though. The music does suck. And on top of the music sucking, it's so loud that I don't know if you get, I don't know. Like, I was watching the show last night and it seemed like there was zero response from the crowd, audible response. You could see people booing and cheering, though, but it just felt like the music was so loud where I was like, is it just dead silent in there besides that? I don't know. Pay attention to that next time and see if that changes. I will too. But last night that really stuck out. So I was like, there's no noise in this, you know. And again, he's not like you're always going to get a huge pop for Jey Uso. And part of that is the music and the eating and all of that. But like, so maybe they got to figure out a different music. But all in all, I mean, he's a great wrestler, good on the mic, can wrestle against anybody and have a good match. So, but kids really don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Is Jay off TV for a while, or do you expect this to heel turn to happen and him go more dark?
I don't think he's off TV. I think it's just a gradual heel turn. But again, do they do that? Because he is the most over guy going back to kids and people that buy merch, and we're heading into Christmas. I got my son. He's not gonna get this far into the podcast, but I got my son some WWE stuff, including a Jey Uso, you know, thing. So it's like, do they do that? Because for the character, I think it's needed. For WWE, he's just huge. So it's kind of a business versus creative decision there.
Hey, what did you think about your girl Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vicare?
I thought Nikki did fine. There was no inkling that Stephanie would lose, right? Like Nikki's not the future of the company in the women's division. None of that. My wife made a lot of snarky comments and always reminds my son every time Nikki Bella's on the TV, oh, your dad wishes I was her. I'm like, no, hey, relax. Okay. Relax. We don't need to do that here. But no, I thought the match was fine. I thought it was fine. I didn't expect it to be like an amazing match by any means, but I thought it was good for what it was.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think it sound like a broken record, or you sound like a broken record when we say that Stephanie just needs more personality, right? She needs more of the swag. If we could take
Mhm.
the swag and the swag of Nikki Bella and put it on Stephanie, I think she'd be
Oh,
out.
she'd be out of here, bro. And because she is very popular still, but yeah, again, it's like, god damn, just give me something. Give me
Oh,
some type of emotion.
my compliments to the WWE staff for the vignette that we got of Maxine Dupree and Natty.
Natty.
Oh my gosh, what a great it's not even a vignette, right? That's just a
I mean, it was like a training. Yeah. Because at first I was like, what the hell is this? I was confused because it just kind of popped up out of nowhere. But yeah, it was very good. And she's getting mean, right? She's doing that Rocky chasing the chickens and punching the fucking pounds of uh cow ribs or whatever the fuck he was punching. Yeah. Yeah.
finding her
Get it.
grit, right? Because
Yeah.
Maxine Natty gave up on her, right? Natty was like, go home.
Yeah.
And then Maxine's like, "No, let's go again." Right?
Yeah.
She's finding her grit, and it was a great setup too because right before that, maybe about an hour, half hour before that, we get the Ivy Nile demanding a match with Maxine, and Adam Pearce
Yeah.
talking about like, "Yo, she's training with Natty. Are you sure?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ivy Nile being like, "I don't care. Give me her."
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And oh man, the last night was a solid Raw.
Yeah.
Overall, great Raw.
Yeah. I liked. We watched the whole thing. Even, I mean, the LA Knight J match was okay, but I liked the way it turned out. We get LA Knight Gunther, which could be a fun feud in the future.
Mhm.
There's so many people I'd like to see in feuds, Gunther, LA Knight being one, but I'd love to see a LA Knight CM Punk feud too, because they both can go, they both can talk, and I that would be fun.
That would be fun.
But they're both babies, you know what I mean? They don't necessarily do that very often anymore. So
I agree. All right. Anything else from Survivor Series that we needed to touch on? The
the
women's.
women's, yeah, it was fine. Io jumped off the off the cage.
Oh, she got branded trash cans now.
That's awesome. Hell yeah! I wonder if you can get those for Christmas.
I always thought those were just like the worst trash cans. Seemed like it wouldn't hold anything for how
Yeah.
flimsy and tinfoily they are.
Hmm. I thought Charlotte really shined. Her starting the match, I thought she did. I mean, she's one of the best there is, but I thought she was great in the match.
She looked
I
great last
was,
time.
yeah, really good last. I was shocked that Lash Legend was the last entrant for the heel team. I didn't see that coming.
Me either. Yeah, I think at everybody, it probably should have been Naya.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, but again, Lash Legend, tall, strong. You know what I mean? They want her as like this imposing figure. But I was kind of surprised it was her that was the last one. And will they stop? Listen. Yes, she was in the WNBA for a season. Can we stop saying WNBA, former WNBA star? For those of us who watch basketball, and I watch WNBA, women's college, men's, I watch everything. It's like she was not a star by any means. But it's cool she made it there, right? That's dope. And we're in kayfabe, but also being in kayfabe, we can look things up. When you try to, obviously her name's not Lash Legend in real life, right? Lash Legend, the former WNBA star, kids are gonna be like, what?
Why don't you just, man, you're such a hater.
I'm not a hater. I just want like former WNBA player.
To some little
Star?
girl out there or some little boy out there, she was a star.
Maybe. You're right. You're probably right there.
It's
I didn't
just
think
like
about it that way.
it's just like the WWE. Everybody's a WWE superstar.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Like we know, like, come on. We know that not everybody on that WWE roster is a superstar.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't sound like such a hater. You okay?
Sorry. That was a hating comment, but it just I even told my wife who loves the WNBA. It's like she was in WNBA, didn't remember
Don't bring your wife into this.
her. Hey, I'm just gonna throw it out there. She's a star, she'd remember her.
You just gotta throw her out there.
Yeah.
Your wife is probably like, no, I thought she was a star too. No, I was playing.
Yeah. But congratulations to her and Trick Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Lash Legend Trick Williams. Like a future wrestler, baby, gonna pop out at some point in the next couple of years.
Freak athlete. That's what that's gonna be.
Yeah.
How did you feel like Lash performed in that War Games?
I thought she looked strong. I thought she was fine. There wasn't anything that I guess really stood out to me thinking back to it. But I thought everyone was fine. I think Charlotte, to me, looked the best, but it could have been also that she was just in there the whole time.
Yeah, I would agree with you on Charlotte's being the person that shined.
Star. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The star.
Check the first 2 minutes of Lash entering the cage, bro. I swear she hurt everybody. Like, not in like a good way. She dropped Alexa Bliss so hard.
Oh, okay.
She
I have
fell
to go back.
Bro, there's a moment where Alexa Bliss gets tossed by Lash Legend and she lands right on a trash can, but like not where you're supposed to land.
Yeah.
It was bad. Like there was
speaking of hurt, did you think Breaker was done in that men's match the way he landed on his neck?
Oh, yes.
Holy shit. And then the camera staying away. I in my head I remember thinking no way. Cuz he was second on that team, I believe.
Yeah.
Or no, he was first. Right?
Oh yeah,
yeah, he was first.
Yeah. Him and Punk started.
Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, because it really, like, the way he landed, I thought he was done. And how they kept him out of the way for a while. I was like, how are they going to get through this whole damn match with him not being able to do it? And it reminded me of when Bronson Reed jumped off and broke his ankle, like shattered his ankle. But that was at the very end of that match, right? Like, so they didn't have to hide him for too long. But this, oh my God, I was worried. But then he got up. Like, that dude's a fucking monster.
He's a freak, bro. He is a freak. And I was telling my dad was like, didn't his dad wrestle? I was like, Rick Steiner. It's Rick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick. I was like, yeah, Rick Steiner. And he was like, all of a sudden, my dad over the last 2.5 years has been the biggest wrestling encyclopedia. He like knows everybody and everything, kind of.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking to my dad about him, and he's like, well, his dad was really good. And I was like, yeah, I mean, he wasn't the most popular out of the two. But he was definitely an athlete, a freak athlete. His son has the potential to be out of this universe on Stardom. And last night, the promo he cut, oh my gosh, good job, Breaker.
Yes. He even brought up Punk dropping him on his neck. You tried to end my career. I remember, what did he say? I don't, after Survivor Series or something last year or whatever it was. Good job, kid. Let's see if you can cut a promo now. Well, here it is. And then you see when the microphone got back to Logan Paul, and he goes, "Damn!" and just drops it.
Bro, there was a moment where he broke. Reed broke. Reed was hype. Reed was like a fan. There's a moment. There's a moment. If you watch that promo back, you look at Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed is hype. You know, usually Bronson Reed's like this, just like cracking his knuckles, looking all intimidating. But this time he's all smiling. He's like, "Yo!" And Paul Heyman had a slip up. He almost called Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker Bronson Reed. But and you could tell he was like, fuck. If you watch it back, you're like, damn. Yeah. But yeah, no, Breaker, he killed that promo, considered the promo cut, and the only thing that kind of messed it up was his voice cracking twice.
Yeah. Got a little hyped.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to reel it in slightly, but not too much. Yeah. Decent week of wrestling, you know, since we last talked on Thursday last week. Survivor Series, I think no one's ever going to be fully happy with shit, but I think, you know, you have the matches, you have War Games, which is a spectacle in itself. So for someone who may not be as familiar with wrestling, it's pretty cool, right? But if you're trying to dive deep into these storylines and like hope something comes out of it, you may have not gotten what you wanted, but it was fine. Again, Triple H, just don't say Raw is going to be epic and we're going to get answers to questions when really we really don't. I wonder if that was him saying that Judgment Day is going to come back and just wreck shit. Like, was that what he was insinuating? Because everyone on planet Earth who watches wrestling thought it was about the guy in the hoodie and the mask.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was talking about Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I guess that's a way not to tell a lie. Just don't tell.
I told you. Yeah, Judgment Day is going to answer your questions, and they're back. It's epic.
Finn has been awfully quiet, by the way.
Yeah, Finn and Roxanne. It feels like they're going to be the ones to kind of go and do something, right, or cause a breakup. But I don't know, man, because so many teams, factions, tag teams that we've thought are going to break up and are still together. So I could just be saying shit in it, which I do on this show a lot, and nothing's going to come from it, right? Like my son, he's really into watching just whatever PLE pops up on Peacock, and he was watching Clash in Paris, and I don't know if it had to be from this year maybe or last year, I don't remember now, but the Street Profits came out together, right? And it's when they had the video game Masks. I don't remember what the game, Badlands maybe.
Oh yeah,
and they're like, and where are we at with those guys, right? Like we just thought they were going to break up for months now. So I don't know. We're so eager to have teams break up, but then also sometimes things get dragged out way too long.
Can I tell you, I really like Dragon Lee and AJ Styles.
Yeah,
really good.
And they're just wrestling.
Yeah, the way that ended again, Kofi Kingston getting he was on the turn on the line on the ropes, and Dragon Lee like bounces him off into a Styles clash. So dope.
Yeah. You mentioned Dragon Lee. It popped up something in my mind, and I'm pretty sure it was from SmackDown, or maybe it was Raw last week, and we didn't even touch on it. When Dragunov did the U.S., he's on SmackDown, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
Did the U.S. Open Challenge, and now I even forget who he wrestled. But there was a moment where he jumped out of the ring and landed, and me and Bronson, my son, are watching it. My wife goes, "Did his nuts pop out?" I was like, "What?" I'm like, "No, his nuts didn't pop out. How are his nuts going to pop out?" Rewind. And I mean, he had like his tights, right? His trunks, and then he had trunks underneath. His nuts were just popped out, bro. And I was like, I'll be damned. That is kind of weird. I was like, but why are you looking at his nuts like that?
She said, well, you be looking at the Puerto Rican princess.
Oh, man. I tell you what, every time not any, like obviously Asuka has a different outfit than most female wrestlers.
Yeah.
But, you know, Rhea comes out or fucking anybody. She's
You'd
like, do they have to not wear clothes? Like they just wrestle in like no clothes. I'm like, it's their ring attire. And then so my son says, Dad, why do a lot of wrestlers have just like small tights on? I said, well, because you don't want to be able to just grab a baggy shirt and get beat up, right? Like I said, come here. And I grab his shirt, pull it over his head. I'm like, see, they need super tight clothes. And my wife's just like, mm-hmm.
This is Wonder Math, by the way.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Presented by Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Get your new code right now.
Yeah.
Who's your wrestler of the week?
Well, it's none other than the master of machismo himself, which I used to call me. That was my nickname. That's what I was passed down to me from my father. He was the master of machismo in the 70s and 80s. I took that over in the late 90s up until now, and I'm comfortable with saying I may not be the master of machismo anymore, and I don't need to be because I'm married and I'm happy. But that's going to go to Dominic Mysterio, who had the whole Judgment Day out there, came out with his two with Raquel and Roxanne, looking like $1 million. They interfered, which, by the way, bro, Raquel lifting John Cena, holy shit, that was great. And then getting the IC title back, coming back on Monday night. I don't like the way Liv smacked him again Monday night. Like, what a chill, okay? Kids are watching this shit too, and I know what that means. You know what I mean? I get it. But yeah, it's Dominic Mysterio. 30 under 30, number 1.
I agree with 100% of what you said. One thing you're super excited about the Tejana Bomb. I'm super excited about the Pop Rocks. For
Wild too.
Roxanne Perez just got called up, and now you're in the ring giving a Pop Rocks to the arguably the greatest wrestler of all time, John Cena.
Crazy.
Like,
Craziness.
that's nuts. Like this is something that I feel like a lot of people are missing is these little sprinkles of spotlight that Cena is giving people that's not on the last last chance. Is it Last Chance? What's it called?
I was just gonna let you try.
The
last time is now.
The Last Time Is Now tour.
Yeah.
The
last chance you. Let's go ahead, sir.
Great series on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah, I wish it would come back.
But yeah, like Roxanne getting that look, Raquel getting that look. These guys, Judgment Day in general, just getting a look from a guy that is about to hang it up in one more night.
Mm-hmm.
It's really dope.
Yeah.
But yes,
and let's see, what is that? We are next Saturday is his last match, 13th. Wonder what the rest of the card looks like. I mean, we'll find out within the next couple of shows, but I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I realized last night, I forget whose promo it was, but they're like, we're coming up on a year from being on Netflix, and maybe it was mommy that mentioned it, but I looked at my family, I was like, damn, it's only been a year. It feels like we've been on Netflix for a while now.
Yeah, I remember the first episode in the what's his Crypto? No, not Crypto. The other one in LA. I don't remember the name of it. Where the Clippers play. Yeah, no. SoFi is the football stadium. Oh. God damn. See, you couldn't just let it go. You couldn't No,
it's Crypto, isn't it? That's what it stands.
Intuit Dome. Crypto's where the Lakers play. Anyways, yeah, it's it's been a long year too. It's been a long ass year, it feels like, and a short year at the same time. But wrestling wise, man, just so much has happened, and so much has not happened that we wish would have happened. But pretty soon we'll be having our wrestler of the year. We'll have our awards, all of that, match of the year, and we're in December. It's crazy. It's craziness, and we'll probably do that. I'd say, I think we're safe with doing that the week of Christmas. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And then because that week after, I think a lot of times they don't really do much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I was just about to say something and it totally. One thing I was wondering is, and I want to look back at it and maybe I'll try to get the information for the next episode, but I want to know who did we start the year off with as champions? What did our champion picture look like January 2025? How is our champion picture going to look January 2026?
It's a good question. I want to. Yeah, we'll look that up. But off the top of my head, wasn't it Cody?
I think
I think it
Cody
was
was, or was it our tribal chief? No, it was Cody because
no
Rock and
Cody.
Cody had their whole little. You got it's the future of the
It's your soul.
movie.
I want your soul. Yep, Cody, and then on the Gunther.
Or was
Was
it Jay?
Mm.
I think it was Jay.
Let's just do it while we're here. Let's do it while we're here. Feel some air here, like we're let's see. IT is telling me. Oh God.
I put up
See.
Christmas lights in the bedroom, and now I go to sleep with the little glimmer of lights in my room, and it's so dope. I love it.
Oh, that's nice. We went and bought a new Christmas tree. I'm feeling time here. We went and bought a new Christmas tree. And because our old one went out, it was done. We had it for so long. And of course, my son says, I want one for my room. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not getting you a fucking tree for your room. Well, he has one in his room now, but of course, it's too bright to even have on at night. So yeah. Okay, we got Cody. Yes, I already knew that. If we could get the other shit, I don't know. This stupid thing. You try to use the technology. AI tells you the wrong answer.
We'll get it for the next episode.
We'll get it figured out. This is pissing me off. Gunther. Yeah, it was Gunther.
Okay, Gunther.
Yeah.
So Cody, Gunther, I'm assuming Mommy, or was Mommy off TV during that time?
Liv.
That's right.
Looks like Liv. Breaker was IC.
EO?
There was no IC title for the women's at the time in January.
Or US title too.
Yeah. Oh God. Tag team War Raiders, which we get to see next week. Nia was the women's on SmackDown. Shinsuke was the US champ. Again, no US, but Chelsea Green ended up winning that. And then DIY. Oh man, this tag division, bro. It has been NXT Trick Williams and women's Roxanne Perez and Julia. So getting called up.
Yeah. Dope. All right, cool.
I don't know why I did that. I didn't know what else to do.
All right. Well, if you want to follow us, you can follow us at Figure4 Pod on Instagram, YouTube, however you get your podcast. We're there for you. We'll meet you where you are at. And if you want to check out 12 Days of Podsmith, episode 1, I listened to it back and I was like, damn, this was a really good conversation. Oh,
yeah, really? I've gotten some good feedback on it as well today. So yeah, turned out really well.
Me and Wonder, we talked things other than pro wrestling on the Unrestricted podcast. Go check that however you get your podcast and YouTube. And yeah, what else, Wonder?
You have 12 days in a row. So you'll have one today, you'll have one tomorrow, you'll have one through the 12th. Is I think the way this works. You know what we could do? Something that could be fun is do gifts for pro wrestlers. Just, whatever it may be. So we'll chew on that idea. Maybe we do that before Christmas too, and then save the awards for the next week.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right,
like I would get Ilya Dragunov something to hold his nuts in his trousers.
A jock strap.
Yeah.
Yo, he needs a good jock strap, and the women need better sports bras. Keep them things inside.
And if you ask my wife, they need to dress how they dress in Saudi Arabia. Okay, at all times on television, because she feels that they're a little underdressed, and I try to explain, but it's all good. Figure the number 4 podcast, baby. We're here. This is where else are you going to get this type of talk? Wrestling, all around just banter. Nowhere. Did you have a good Thanksgiving? We didn't even talk about it. It's too late.
Thanksgiving was great, man. I cooked the whole spread. Yeah, that was good. There was people that my wife didn't think would show up, and she would have been really upset if they didn't, but they ended up showing up. And I told her it was 30 minutes past like the time she gave them, right? And she's like, I don't think they're coming. And I was like, babe, it's only been 30 minutes. Like, this person is always late. Like, you gotta chill out. And then guess who showed up about 20 minutes later?
There they were.
They showed up. they were there, and it was cool. It was a little awkward at first, but it ended up being cool at the
Oh,
end.
all right.
What about
Hear
you?
more about that. It was solid. A lot of food, a lot of Grizzies. I ate and drank too much, and I was feeling it Monday, but I'm solid today.
Mm, Hell to the yeah. Next
Yeah.
time we drink binge is in what, 2 weeks? Gotta do some.
It's all depends on what we got going on.
Oh, hey, I'm thinking about doing because I got some gifts at the studio. I got to wrap. So while I'm there, I'm thinking maybe some Grizzies, maybe some eggnog, maybe some tunes. If anybody wants to come through, maybe just shout out to the homies and be like, "Yo, come
Oh,
up."
there you go.
It's been a while since we've had all the homies in this creative space come over and just kick it. So I think
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm gonna just throw it out there, y'all. I'm gonna be at the studio wrapping gifts. If you want to pull up, I'll have some drinks for you. Kind of.
Yeah.
What do you
If
think?
any of those assholes listen through this whole episode, you get extra points too. So make sure you mention that. Okay.
Yeah. mention
Dre's
that.
gonna send out a text, but if you said you heard it here, I don't know. I'll give you something.
A pow right in the kisser.
Yeah. Kicking the nuts just like we started this show. All right.
A lot of nut talk today.
A lot of nut talk.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.